Promised you a lot of football chat today, and there is a very, very excited crew on the floor tonight, as you can imagine. The reason being is that we have a few Orlando Pirates players in studio tonight. Of course, they're gearing up for next weekend's Soweto Derby. Still the biggest match in the country, if not one of the biggest on the continent. And the Buccaneers can close the gap on Amakosi. Joining me in studio now to chat, Abel Mabaso, Sihle Ndlovu. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate the time as always. Let's ask exactly why. Abel, let's start with you. Why is it that the Soweto Derby is still the biggest match in the country? What makes it so gripping that even as a non-Pirates, non-Chiefs fans, football fans will sit down and watch the Soweto Derby next weekend, guaranteed?
I think, thank you for having us. I think the most important thing is that the game is very huge. It's one of the biggest games in the country and even in the continent also. So. And also the history and the players that were also involved in the game, in the derby. A lot of great players that played in the derby over the years. So I think that's one of the main things that also makes it such a prestigious game in the football calendar in South Africa.
Sihle, still quite new to the setup. Of course, you're finding your feet very quickly, it seems. But if I'd said to you maybe 5 years ago that this is where you were going to be today, playing a Soweto Derby in the next week or two, what would that young man have said to me today?
You have no idea how it is like to be part of Orlando Pirates and be part of basically maybe to be part of the next 18 or to make the team to play the derby. It is so massive.
Now, you've had a fantastic build-up to this spell. Some might say that the last, call it 18 months, have been incredible for you. There was that wonderful season at Maritzburg United where you were so outstanding. If you compare where you were to where you are now, with all due respect to the former club, has there been a massive mind shift, a big change, realizing now that there just seems to be that jump up when you move into a massive club like Pirates?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening. The change of mindset, the change of how you do things, you understand? Because we are in a team which is called the big team in the country. So the mindset has to change. And the way you do things has to change. The way you work has to change. So there's a lot of change in me.
Abel, speaking of change, there is a lot of change that we've seen in Orlando Pirates recently as well. There's been an incredible run of form by the team. Just by the way, congrats on that. It's been an incredible turnaround. But I want to know how much of that has been, you know, the major factor of Joseph Zinbauer, a new coach coming in. South Africans wouldn't have recognized the name. They perhaps wouldn't have known too much about the man. Maybe Buccaneers fans were a little bit worried, wondering who's this guy, where have they gotten him from? But not to make him the reason for the results alone. But I imagine that he certainly have had a massive impact on this wonderful turn in form that we've seen from the team.
Yeah, thank you for the congratulations on the results we've been getting the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I think like the most important thing is that we were able to, as players, to embrace in terms of his way of doing things and the way that he does things and tactically and the way that he approaches football. And the most important thing that was helped a lot is that everybody chipped in and made sure that we buy into what is needed for the new coach and his tactics and his way of doing things. And I think that helped, and with the results it's also evident. And we've been getting a good run of form and we've been doing well. We've been getting momentum, we've been building momentum coming towards this game. So I think the most important thing is that the attitude and the mentality of the players that they have in the club, and which is great, and to be surrounded and to be playing with players that have that great mentality in terms of having a good attitude with the coach, and that has given us the great results that we've been giving so far.
In the last 7 or 8 games, I think you guys may have dropped a handful of points, maybe 3 or 4 points, that's it. So to see you now shoot up to second on the table, we've seen Kaizer Chiefs with this incredible start. Wits and Sundowns are both playing tonight. Are we looking potentially at one of the most exciting finishes to a PSL campaign that we've seen in quite some time?
Yeah, I think we are up for the challenge, and it is going to be an exciting finish to the league. And of course, I mean, like it's really exciting for all the teams. I mean, the top 4 teams they have a chance of actually going and grabbing the championship. So it's really important for us to also to just focus on what we have to do as Orlando Pirates and to take each game at a time, and to focus on what we need to do and to get the job done for ourselves.
So I can only imagine the amount of pressure that must come from a Soweto Derby. But seeing how Kaizer Chiefs ran away with the league run in the beginning part of the season to now see, firstly Pirates, but a few of the other clubs as well, start to catch Chiefs, I beg your pardon. Does that then mean that they might be under more pressure come this coming weekend because they know that this is what we call a six-pointer in football, and given the start that they had, to now be under pressure from teams behind them, if you take arguably these 6 points off of them, are they the ones that are going to be feeling the heat a lot more come the 29th?
Yeah, obviously, you know, the more when you climb the mountain, it's always easy. But when you're there in the top, you always suffocate the air, you know. So for them, it's very difficult, and for us, we have no pressure. So we just need to keep going until the league finishes.
Is the